It's 9:30 on a Thursday night.
And it's still bright enough to do needlepoint or the crossword puzzle or anything else you want.
On the 20th of July,
Yep.
2023.
We're in a little place called Tok, Alaska.
We are in Alaska!
It only took us a month and a couple days to, get from New York all the way up here, but
We did it.
we did it.
We enjoyed ourselves along the way.
We did.
We had a
did.
very good time. And we visited with people. We had an awesome time.
Yeah.
Today we started in Dawson City, Yukon,
The home of the Klondike.
the original gold rush. And we were in Dawson City and we had to take a ferry over to West Dawson. There isn't a bridge. So you wait in line, and we disconnected the car from the RV. So I got into one line, Chris got into another line with the RV, and I won. It was a race or anything, but I'm just saying I won. Just saying. Yeah. So I just sit there over on the other side and wait like a half an hour for him. Like, oh my God, I was going through withdrawal being away from my boys for that long. No, not really.
More importantly, the dogs. Yeah, the dogs.
My boys. And then we started our drive on what?
The top of the world highway. Wow. Appropriately named, except for the highway part.
Yeah, dirt, road, gravel.
Gravel. Yeah, actually the Canadian side we thought was kind of iffy until we got to the American side and they were like, oh my gosh.
Wait. Actually, it wasn't even the top of the highway anymore, we learned.
It became the Taylor
Highway.
You go through Border Patrol at a little place called Little Gold.
Little Gold, I think it was called Poker, Alaska.
Yeah, there's two names for it on
Little
either
Gold
side.
might have been in Canada.
Right.
Yeah.
So 15 feet away, it's got a different name.
Yeah.
And then you end up with beautiful striped pavement for about 3 miles.
And they fool you thinking it's like, oh my gosh, we're back in the States.
Amazing. And you're at 4,500 feet plus, and you're coming down the hill, and all of a sudden
gorgeous.
it's like 9-degree grade for the next 4 miles, and
then the next 90 miles was
gravel,
heaves, frost heaves.
potholes.
Very stressful. Hairpin turns.
Yeah.
No guardrails.
No.
And you're like, there's just a drop. And
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know, but I'm afraid of heights. And I'm sitting in the passenger seat on the high side, and it was a little... Mama was getting a little panicky.
Let's just say my prayer was, Jesus help me, Jesus help me, Jesus help me, Jesus. I think I probably prayed about 7,000 prayers like that.
We did a lot of praying actually today.
Yeah.
There was a few breakdowns. Sorry, we are in Alaska, and so the black flies are real.
And mosquitoes, the state bird.
Yeah. So that was after we crossed the border. We got onto that crappy road. The first town you get to, a population of 3, is Chicken, Alaska.
Not Chicken Fried Alaska, just
Chicken.
Chicken Alaska.
Which is very cool. So,
yeah.
And every year they increase to a population of like 2,000 people or something.
Yeah, for a little party they called Chicken Stock.
So cute with, entertainment. And then we continue down the Taylor Highway for another, I think, it was 2 hours at least.
90 miles, but it took 2 hours.
Yeah, and we stopped once to boys pause for the cause and fed them dinner, and then we got into Tok finally,
Which we thought was talk.
but we were told it's
Tok.
Tok, not talk, it's Tok.
It's not Took,
That's the hat in Canada.
and it's not TikTok.
No,
It's Tok.
it's Tok. So Longo Tok.
Tok.
And we ate at the famous Fast Eddie's. It was pretty good.
Pretty good.
And now we're in the parking lot of a Chevron station after we filled up, and they allowed you to park behind. So we just pulled in and we're just sitting in the parking lot, and I'm waiting for it to cool off, honestly.
Yeah.
It's still hot as heck. It's 9:35, 9:40, because now we're in Alaska time. So,
Yeah.
which is -4 from home, just so
Right.
y'all know. And the sun is as bright as get out. So, oh, the other big news, the big animal we saw today, we didn't see a moose, but
Came around a corner and all of a sudden I'm like, why is that crazy person standing in the middle of the road on the Taylor Highway? And I'm like,
that's not a...
that ain't a person.
It was a caribou!
It was a drunken caribou.
It wasn't really drunk, but it kept looking behind itself.
Every time he turned right to look out of his peripheral vision, he
ran
veered right. Then he was like, no, veer
no.
left, veer right. So it kind of looked like me walking a straight line.
Right, yeah, because you really don't walk a straight line.
Right.
Exactly.
So
it was really cute. So, and his fur was like half rubbed off. You know, he was shedding his winter fur, and he had patches on his bum still, but his side was like really like a summer coat, and super cute. And we just called it Caribou. Wait, caribou. That's all I want to see? No, only want to see is a moosey. Run on. Oh, Carrie.
Oh, Carrie.
Yeah, the Journey song, right?
You run along, caribou.
Run along. Over here. Yeah, so, yeah, this is what we do on long days when there's no Sirius XM. We haven't watched a TV in... 40 days at least. We haven't even turned the TV on in our RV, let alone we couldn't get anything if we wanted to. No. We're not plugging in most places, so we couldn't even watch anything if we wanted to. So. Right. So this is how we entertain ourselves. I'm sorry.
That and sleeping.
Yeah.
Like the 4 hours of sleep a night. Because it's either hot or it's still light.
Yeah, but I think that's going to, well, not the light part, but the hot is going to change the further into Alaska we get. Yep. We've been seeing, and it's rainy and colder, so we have been in the 70s and 80s, and we've been very lucky with weather. We have taken ice packs to bed with us, most nights to try to keep cool. Going to sleep with an ice pack behind your neck,
and a little USB charged fan.
The best.
Ooh.
$12 Canadian we spent at Wally World was one of those 12-volt fans.
Yeah.
So.
We'll get more.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So here we are. And I just wanted to pay homage to this. That was, yeah, you can see it. It's a beautiful hand-painted moose and a pug.
On a bed of roses.
On a bed of roses that Chris asked our wonderful, amazing friend, Stephanie, to paint for me as a surprise. And we were holding off on hanging it up until we had the first moose sighting. And since we had the up close and personal on the ground, me seeing it, screaming, crying, mostly crying, it was time to put it up. So,
I hope the video
if I didn't get a video of it,
we got it.
We got it.
We got it.
And we got one that was attached to the car too, but we realized we don't have a thing to read the SD card yet. So when we get to Fairbanks, we're hoping we can find a Walmart and buy an SD card reader.
There's a Best Buy there.
So we're going to get an SD card reader so we can pull this information down onto our laptop so we can save it. Yeah, because we had the entire top of the world recorded, which we want to share with everybody because it was freaking amazing.
It was.
So, where's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday.
Tomorrow we're going to Delta Junction, which is the last mile or the first mile of the Alcan Highway.
The Alaska, Canada.
And then we're going up to a harvest host just outside of a little place called North Pole, which is actually not near the North Pole, but it's southeast of Fairbanks.
And Santa Claus does live there, we were told.
Yes.
So.
Yes, it does.
Yes, and so we're going to stay there, and so over the weekend we're going to try to do a little chores, maybe, like, we got to do some laundry, you know, some of those things that when you're out on the road for this long, you gotta do, so, alright, so, it's starting to get a little bit more crowded here in the parking lot, behind the gas station, so.
Yeah, we gotta get while the getting's good.
Yeah, we gotta try to go to sleep. I'm so wired. Oh gosh, there's a dog.
Don't say the D word. Hey.
Okay,
Focus. All right, kids.
The dog's not on a leash.
No. Welcome to Alaska. Welcome to
Alaska. We are here.
the last frontier. Okay.
All right. We'll check in with y'all tomorrow, hopefully, and post another recap.
Love y'all.
Love you.
Bye.